everyone. I am finally here with some updates. I know it's been such a long time since I've posted. We had our transfer back in March. It is now September 26th. I feel really bad because I really wanted to document this journey better than I did my last, but I really suck at this and it's been really hard for me. This pregnancy, I've been more tired, and then with work and with life, I just feel like I can never find the time or energy to record and then do all the editing and posting. But I do post more often on my Instagram and TikTok. So my TikTok is lovely Yesenia and my Instagram is _storkstory_. Anyways, but I'm finally here. A lot has happened. I entered my 3rd trimester and we're actually a couple months away from our due date, which is so crazy to me because time just flew by. My last video was my positive pregnancy test. After my first beta test, my fertility doctor wanted me to do 2 more beta tests just to make sure that the numbers were increasing, which they were. And then after that was our heartbeat confirmation. For some reason, my fertility clinic had me do 3 heartbeat confirmations. For my last journey, I only had 1. I guess every clinic is different. So yeah, we had our first heartbeat confirmation on April 8th, and that was such an exciting day for all of us. I FaceTimed my intended parents and we got to see and hear baby's heartbeat. This video doesn't have an audio because we were on FaceTime, but this was our first heartbeat confirmation and it was such an exciting day for all of us. And then on April 15th, we had our 2nd ultrasound. I wasn't able to FaceTime my intended parents that day, but I did record this super cute ultrasound video for them.
So this is basically the embryo here. I'm going to listen to the heartbeat. Sorry, you have a look. So heart rate looks good.
Oh my gosh.
Measuring at 167.
Okay.
This is the embryo. The CRL or crown rump length is measuring 13.0 millimeters, consistent with 7 weeks and 4 days.
And our 3rd ultrasound was April 22nd. For that appointment, I did FaceTime my intended parents, but we don't have any footage of that. After our heartbeat confirmation, I had to continue meds for a while, and I was able to stop all meds on May 7th, and I graduated from my IVF clinic and transferred to my regular OBGYN. And we had our first prenatal appointment on May 9th, where they did another ultrasound. I didn't get to FaceTime my intended parents that day, but I did get a little recording of baby. For some reason though, my doctor told me I could only record for 20 seconds. So I don't have a lot of footage of that.
Do like a 20-second video, okay? I think you're about 10 and 5?
Yes. After that, we didn't have any appointments until our anatomy scan, which was at 20 weeks pregnant. But before I get to that, I'm sure some of you are wondering, what are my intended parents having? And they are having a baby girl, which is really exciting for me because my last 2 pregnancies, I carried boys. And I had been wanting to experience a girl pregnancy. And I remember when I first started this journey, I was really hoping to match with intended parents that were going to have a girl. And I remember thinking of putting that on my profile, but then I decided not to put it because the whole reason why I wanted to do a 2nd journey was to simply help another family. And so it didn't really matter if they were having a boy or a girl. But because I've carried boys before, deep down I was hoping that I would match with intended parents that were having a girl. When I matched with my intended parents during our match meeting, I found out that they actually were looking for 2 surrogates because they wanted their babies close in age. And so the original plan was that they were going to transfer the male embryo to me and the female embryo to their other surrogate. And For some reason, things just ended up working the way they did, and they actually transferred the female embryo to me and the male embryo to their other surrogate. And yeah, I'm just really excited to be experiencing a girl pregnancy. So after our first prenatal appointment on May 9th, we didn't have any other appointments until our anatomy scan, which was on July 14th. And that day was one of the happiest and most exciting days of my life because my intended mom was actually able to fly down here and attend the appointment with me. Unfortunately, dad couldn't make it because of work, but mom got to be with me, and it was just so special to me because she got to see her baby through the ultrasound in person rather than me FaceTiming her or recording for her. So that was just really sweet and really special for me to be able to witness. Unfortunately, I didn't get any footage of that because they didn't let us record, but mom did get to go home with these super cute baby ultrasound pics. After our appointment, we went to have brunch, and we walked around Santana Row, and then mom did a little bit of shopping for baby.
That one is really
And after that, she went back to her hotel. I went back home to rest a little bit, and then we met up that evening to have dinner. And this day was just such a memorable and special day for me. It really meant a lot to me because for those of you that have followed my previous journey, you know that I never got to meet my intended parents in person. Everything was done via messaging or video chat. And this journey has been everything that I wanted in a journey. When I started my first journey, this is how I had envisioned it. My intended parents are so involved. My intended mom and I are always texting each other. I'm always updating her on everything. And it's just been an amazing experience to be building this type of relationship with my intended parents. And yeah, pretty much our anatomy scan appointment was a success. After our anatomy scan, the next big update was my glucose test. So I failed my 1 hour glucose test, so I had to go back and do the 3-hour glucose test. The 1 hour, but I didn't pass it.
And then you need to do the 3
Yeah.
This one is the worst one. Okay, with the 1 hour.
Oh yeah.
4 times.
4 times. And I can't eat anything until the last blood draw, right? Yeah.
Pressure right here for now. Let me give you the drink. Okay? Stay on the same arm or go to the other arm?
I did 2 on here.
Okay, it doesn't matter. It's up to you.
We'll do this one. I can eat after this?
Yeah, you're all done after this. You can go home. You can eat.
We did 4 blood draws, and out of the 4 blood draws, 1 came back high. So apparently I have glucose intolerance, which is basically pre-diabetic. So I pretty much have to follow the diet of someone with gestational diabetes. This is my first time experiencing something like this, and it just really sucks. Also, this journey I decided to work with a doula and to hire a birth photographer. And I was actually able to find someone that does both. And I just think she's perfect because not only is she going to be there supporting me as my doula, but she will be capturing such a special moment in my life. So I am super excited about that. And I'm really excited to share those pictures with you when the time comes. I also met up with my intended parents last week, and we actually went over our birth plan, which was also super exciting. I had already had conversations with my intended mom about our birth plan, but we met with our journey coordinators to go over the whole birth plan just to make sure that everyone's on the same page. We also recently had a prenatal appointment. Doctor said everything looks good. I was a little worried about baby being too big, but I asked my doctor and she said that according to my weight gain and my belly measurements, baby's measuring fine. She's not big, so they're not worried about that. So everything looks good. And we also went ahead and scheduled the rest of my appointments for the rest of the pregnancy, which is so crazy because we are almost at the finish line, and I just can't believe how fast time went by. We also did a 3D ultrasound, so we got to see baby in 3D. Baby looks just like her mom. I also plan on doing a maternity shoot, so I'm really excited to share those pictures with you all. And yeah, we are all caught up. Oh, before I end this video, I want to share my baby bump. So let's see. This is how we look. Pretty big bump. That is how we're looking, and that is it. Bye.